Welcome back. Mechamadness Monday, 2/16/26. Sorry for the delay. But today we have set up. We're playing an objective-based game with 5 objectives. 2 in the Border Blake deployment zone, which is me. 2 in the Mercenaries deployment zone. And the centerpiece, which is the Spire fighting the Mercenaries. Where we're at is some random planet deploying Horde of Blake, Black Dragons, and some Merc traders versus the mercenary coalition that's walking into town. As you can see, they have an armor column, a lot of great mechs, and the Horde of Blake are underrepresented in weight class. But turn 1. Dragons flank out, mercenaries surge forward, the Crusader jumps on top of the building. The goal here is to deny shots while acquiring our objectives. Turn 1, the score was even at 2-2. It worked out. But we also did something different today. We gave you our firing solutions using a laser pointer because it actually popped up on my cell phone camera. Didn't know it could work like that. But it all worked out well. I had a C3I unit. I had a C3 Lance, as well as armor. My opponent had no advanced technology, just some great shooters. It was interesting to have the laser pointer go through. There's a lot of open lanes of fire, but casualties weren't too bad on my side for the first turn. I think I lost a tank. He lost movement treads and a couple of shots off of some of his vehicles, but it all worked out. Again, having a laser on a video really helps you understand where we were going for shots, who we considered threats, and who we were trying to take out. The demolishers, of course, did not live long. The hovercraft survived most of the game. Yes, I did bring Gabriel Starleague era hovercraft. I was sitting in the back of a warehouse. It kept my opponent off balance, and this game I did not bring helicopters. I brought Gabriels. Turn 2. My opponent jumped to my backyard, trying to test flanks. I wanted to test putting shots down range to get him off balance. Not a lot of connection, but the C3I network running unopposed without ECM was fun, except that most of my pilots were skill 4, if not skill 3, and jumping with Praetas did not help out. Took a lot of high luck rolling to even connect with the jump shots. However, my opponent didn't necessarily turtle, just didn't have an effective plan on how to push the front, and I was giving him ideas and hints most of the game. I didn't have the weight to sustain combat with him going down the streets, coming all the way across to the turns coming in. He was the first to take the center objective, so I was down a point. And the centerpiece became the struggle for the majority of the game. What I was trying to do is put more weight every turn on the centerpiece objective without line of sight to being shot. That way I just outweighed him. And I know I owe you all the objective-based rules that I came up with for Alpha Strike. It's just been so busy getting everything together. So, with that, the main struggle was this corner. Everything I had here was fighting his hovercrafts, and we were just nickel and diming his hovercrafts for motive damage, trying to get him out of our life. But it gets better. Turn 3 is where everything doubled down. My Bishamon and all of my C3 Lance, plus losing the Demolisher, cornering his Locust and breaking his legs, Preda hunting everything down. We got a long-range lucky shot against his Marauder, and we pounded a lot of his mechs but I was still down points. He just kept throwing out one or two mechs to make sure I couldn't win the center objective. And it came down to protecting my base with just a truck. Yeah, literally, that was the only thing holding an objective for me was a truck. He was signaling how I kept jumping in behind him and cutting off his lanes of fire. But my dice betrayed me for a little while, and I wasn't upset about it. Here is where everything kind of fell apart and broke down. We cracked as much of the stuff as we could. I lost my Deva. I lost part of a demolisher. I lost a couple of vehicles. I lost a truck. I still held the objective. My poor Hetzer got popped in the face. Tokugawa cleaned out his Battlemaster in revenge. And this is where it all stops. I had to crack his cataphract, destroy that tank. Well, actually, that tank got ignored. But everything around the objective, where the truck is, got shot down. I held the centerpiece of my objective, and I took one of his. So that's the game where Blake wins 12-10. Thank you for watching.